Happy Sunday. Welcome to the Bird's Nest. Please like, comment, and subscribe for your NFL recaps, news, and gossip. Well, I need to do a recap. I don't know if this is going to be a recap and an opinion piece. But all that talk about trading Shedeur to teams that need him, and I know he would like to be traded if he could play right away, but no, bump all that. The Browns is the team for Shedeur. This is the team that Shedeur can take to the Super Bowl. That defense, that Browns defense is different, man. I'm not going to call them the best in the league because I haven't seen everybody, but they appear to be one of the best. Because game after game after game, they out there doing it with no offense. Now, they did go into this week 0-2 because that no offense is not going to get it every time. It's just not. But they got lucky this time. The stars aligned. And despite the lack of offensive play on the part of the wide receivers and Joe Flacco, the running backs and the defense and the special teams, the kicker, managed to get things done. Schmidt, who, everybody was coming down on him in the first game, his first game ever. They were coming down on him for missing vital kicks because they were dependent on him because the offense can't do it. So they needed him to do it. And he couldn't do it in that first game. I believe that was the first game. He couldn't pull it off. It was his first game. First NFL game. Well, he's been doing fine since then. And today, they needed him in the final minute again to make a 55-yard field goal to win the game. And that's what he did. So now you got your little kicker on your hands. Now you got your little something. To say nothing of the defense. And it wasn't even just Myles Garrett. Everybody keeps talking Myles Garrett, and he's the man. Don't get it twisted. He is the man. But this week, in addition to Myles' 2 tackles, you had Schlesinger with 6 tackles. That boy was running all over the place like a chicken with his head cut off, honey. He was all over the place. 6 tackles. Rookie Schlesinger. Delpit, 6 tackles. Ward, 6 tackles. Newsome, listen. The Browns defense is different, y'all. No, I want this team for Shedeur. Bump all them other teams. Bump them. This is the one I want for Shedeur. Because in addition to the defense, they also have the running backs balling out. I done threw my paper away too soon. They got the running backs balling out. Well, of course, Judkins. Judkins, 18 carries, 94 yards. Judkins out there balling out. He did fine last week, but now he getting his legs under him. He had a week of practice instead of 2 days like last week, which he still did his thing last week. But this week, he balled out 18 carries, 94 yards. Sampson ran, but he got like 2 yards. That doesn't really count. But the wide receivers, they just don't account for anything. Even Njoku, who's a running back. No, tight end, my bad. Njoku's a tight end. 5 receptions, 40 yards. Fannin, another, I think Fannin's, is Fannin a running back or is he? I want to say Fannin's a running back. He might be a tight end. 3 receptions, 25 yards. Judy, 1 catch, 17 yards. This is why they need Shedeur. Now they're going to put Flacco out there again. I'm sure Flacco has a plan. I'm sure he has a plan. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure Flacco got a plan. I'm not sure Stefanski has a plan. I'm trying to think that he has a plan, and maybe he's going to continue to use Flacco to get him through the gauntlet, which I don't think is necessary. But what this is showing me is that he doesn't have confidence in Dylan. The fact that he keeps Joe out there not producing anything. Joe's stats today, 0 touchdown passes, 0 rushing yards, 1 interception, and I believe 2 sacks that I can recall. Nothing from Joe. Joe ain't helping one bit. In fact, he's hurting. The interception, he's hurting them. But still, even with all that, Stefanski is not putting Dylan out there. That speaks volumes to me. I thoroughly believe that Shedeur is not being allowed to play because he's still on punishment. I don't know how long that's going to last. I can't put a finger on it. I don't know what it is that's making the Browns say, let's go along with the Shedeur punishment. Well, I know Stefanski never wanted him, but bruh, now that you see that your team is real, you got a real team, and the only thing missing is the quarterback and the wide receivers. You need them to score. Joe ain't giving you that. Joe done showed you after 3 weeks he's not giving you that. He ain't never going to give you that. And as the season goes on, he's just going to get worse and worse. So I have to assume it's the punishment thing. He clearly doesn't have faith in Dylan. If he did, he would have put him out there. We saw the offseason, or I saw the offseason, and I know that Shedeur was outperforming all of the quarterbacks, according to the QB tracker. That never ended. Shedeur was outperforming them, but he's on punishment, so he's not allowed to move up the depth chart. He even had to stay in at QB4 behind a quarterback that was injured for weeks. So he's clearly on punishment. But you see, you got a team now. You got a little teamy team now. Has it always been like this? I don't know. I just started watching the Browns. I mean, I watched them a little last year because I was watching the Pittsburgh Steelers and the AFC North. But they had Jameis, and Jameis is the pick six king. People always ask for Jameis. Jameis is the pick six king. So that wasn't a good reflection on them. So tell me now, what's up? Was it like this before? That y'all had everything in place except a quarterback? Not just defense. You got to have special teams. That's very important. And you got to have an O-line. And you got to have the skill positions, man. And it seemed like y'all got everything except a quarterback and the wide receiver play. I don't know if those wide receivers are bad or not. Joe can't get the ball to him. So, Stefanski knows how good Shedeur is. He knows. He sees him every day. So, he already knows. So, you know, I try to be diplomatic every week because they put Dylan Gabriel at QB2. Look, Dylan has never been better than Shedeur. He stayed in college for 6 years to get the stats that Shedeur got in 2 years. He's not better than Shedeur. I know that Stefanski knows that. I don't know how much his hands are tied. Plus, there's the fact that he didn't want Shedeur in the first place. But, bruh, do you want to win? What's going on right now? I think he wants to put Dylan in an easy game. Miami's their first easy game. Well, the Bengals was supposed to be... I think the Bengals could have been an easy game for Dylan. But not for Joe. Joe is not better than Dylan or Shedeur. So I think that could have been an easy game for him, but then all the rest of the games were supposed to be hard. This game, with the Green Bay Packers, when Michael Parsons came, their defense got great. But last season, Jordan Love didn't have a great season. He had a season before that. The season before that, Jordan Love had a great season. I know because I was watching them because Simone Biles' husband was on the Green Bay Packers that season, and I watched him. Once he went to Chicago, I stopped watching him, but prior to that, I was watching him in Green Bay the season that Jordan Love balled out and got himself a fat contract. He ain't been nothing since. And he wasn't nothing today. Their defense held them down, and if I look back at their games, I may find that their defense was holding them down before. In the previous 2 games that they did win. Because Jordan Love did not look good. Their offense didn't look great. That's why Cleveland won. Well, it's kind of hard to look great against the Cleveland defense. Their defense is elite. But I'll tell you what, I watched the Steelers last year. Again, another team with awesome defense and no offense. Awesome. But the problem with the Steelers is that their offense is getting old. Those guys been the dope offense for years now with no quarterback. They passed on Shedeur too. Because, the fix was in. I wouldn't even want Shedeur to go to them, though. I wouldn't want Shedeur to go to them. Hey, Aaron Rodgers, do your thing, bro. I wouldn't want Shedeur to go to them because their defense is now old. Now you got those elite guys. They're in their 30s. I want the Cleveland Browns for Shedeur. Because I think Shedeur can take them to the Super Bowl. This team they got right now, Shedeur going to light that offense up. That one little part that's missing that is so big because it's required to score touchdowns. Those are the ones that Shedeur is going to ignite. You already got the other ones lit up. They lit. Make no mistake. They are lit. So he done threatened that he's going to put Joe Flacco in again next week. So he may be trying to get through this gauntlet so that Dylan doesn't look bad. It's all about that. His ego and the fact that he picked Dylan first for Stefanski. I don't know if Stefanski is in on the big fix with the owners that said, oh, we going to fix Shedeur's little butt. Not only are we going to take that $40 million from him and give him $4 million instead, we ain't going to let him play. He can't play. He ain't playing. I don't know how long that's supposed to last. It seemed to me like the Browns owner need to go to his homeboys and be like, yo, guys, okay, look, I know we made a plan and we want to punish Shedeur, and look, we got him for $40 million, bro. We got him for the 40. Please let me play him. I got a team this year. He might be my franchise quarterback. It's not Dylan, guys. It's not Dylan. They already know that. They know that. They gave him all the reps. I even listened to my boy G. Bush, and he be saying, Kenny Pickett got all the reps. No, G. Bush, I was keeping track. Dylan got all the reps because Stefanski wants to make him be something so bad, but he can't. And now the season have started, and he doesn't trust him to play after giving him the most reps out of everyone. It wasn't Kenny Pickett. It was Dylan. Now Pickett was getting the majority of the first team reps, but Dylan was getting a crap ton of reps, more than everybody else, trying to develop him and justify that pick. You can't justify it. I know they're not going to do the right thing because Kevin Stefanski, I don't know him that well, but based on a little bit that I know, his ego is big. And so he's not going to back down on a decision that he makes. If he decides he doesn't like you, that's that on that. And so that's where Shedeur is. In addition to the owners being against him, Stefanski is also against him. But, so Shedeur was already a top 5 pick. Now they got him playing against one of the best defenses in the NFL on the scout team. That's just going to make him better. Like, oh my God. So, my hope I know he's not going to do it, but my hope is that Stefanski will say, you know what, bump all this, what I will do it. Or the owner will come down, Haslam will come down and be like, look, I know you don't like Shedeur, and, you know, I said it was okay to slam him and put him on the inactive list every week, but no, we got a team right now. We have a team, and all we need is a quarterback. And it ain't Dylan. Which is why you ain't playing him. Because if he was him, you'd be playing him. Jaden Daniels went 3-1 in his first 4 games last season. So you can't give me this mess about rookies, blah, blah, bleep, bleep, blah. No. No. If they're good enough, they're ready. Day one. And I think Shedeur was. But Cleveland.com put out Shedeur video today. I actually saw it yesterday on YouTube, and they just put it out today on Twitter. And Shedeur said, at least this week, he got 5 days of scout team reps, and Miles sacked him. I don't know how many times Miles sacked him, but nephew said, well, you know, Miles sacked me, but those other teams don't have Miles. I thought that was so adorable. So, yes, Miles sacked him, but he's going up against Miles. Keep him going up against Miles. I was so happy to hear that he's been doing it all week this week, because I know, I don't know if it was the offensive coordinator. I think it was the quarterback coach. It was the quarterback coach that said the first week, QB4 took all the scout team reps, getting ready for the Bengals. Getting ready for the Bengals. QB4 took all the reps for that one. And then the second week, all of the backups, whoever QB4 is, I'm not committing his name to memory. Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur tried to prepare them for the Raiders, because Shedeur isn't the biggest running quarterback in the world, although clearly he's been working on that, as we saw in the Panthers game. And I also saw in his workouts in the offseason, he was running. So he's working on that. And he put it into action and got him 9 rushing yards in the Panthers game. So, but he's not Lamar. So they had to combine all 3 quarterbacks to prepare for Lamar. But this week, to prepare for Jordan Love, it was Shedeur. Shedeur got to do it. He said he ran that team all week, 5 days. That's what he said. And he's happy. And he knows he's learning. But the main thing that stood out to me was he said, I'm ready. Once he says I'm ready, because before he was saying I'm still learning. I'm learning. But now he said he's ready. If he says he's ready, I believe him. And he's been running against Miles all week. Please keep it going. I didn't even check to see who they play next. But please keep that going. Because that is the best preparation in the world for Shedeur. That is exactly what he needs. Is Myles Garrett, Schlesinger, all those dope guys blitzing them, coming for him, sending them back. Don't get sacked, Neff. You got to throw that ball away. Let's work on that. Let's work on that so that Miles will just tackle you and not sack you. Okay? He said Miles was sacking him. So, if we know, Stefanski knows. He knows he's him. He been knowing. But he doesn't want him to be him because he picked Dylan. He picked Dylan. Like, even outside of the, I don't know if it was outside of the nonsense. The nonsense that was going on caused all these quarterbacks to get picked. And now they any of them that are starting, matter of fact, yeah, the ones that are starting aren't doing well, and most of them are not starting. You got Cam struggling. Cam is really struggling. He doesn't have a team. You know, they're going to have to keep working on that. Receivers, whatever they got going on over there. Yeah, Cam is struggling severely. He threw a pick six on the first play in the game, if I recall correctly today. Um, the guy in New Orleans isn't even playing. They starting the other guy, who I think was a rookie last year. I can't remember his name right at the moment. He's stinking up the place. So they got two stinky quarterbacks, and they didn't draft Shedeur when they knew. But it doesn't matter what they knew. They needed to punish him. He had to be punished. And so, they couldn't take him. They had to, not care about their own team in an effort to punish Shedeur. So he's being punished, but seemed to me like Haslam need to go to his homeboys. I wanted it to be Shedeur's agent, but it should be Haslam. It's your team, bruh. I know you did wrong with Deshaun and the NFL, and the owners were pissed at you for that. Okay, it's done. It's been done, what, 3 years now? It's done. You need to go to them. You need to stand up like a man and say, okay, enough of this nonsense. I got a team this season. They gonna get older and older every month. And injuries are gonna occur. That is a given. That is unpreventable. Injuries are going to occur. Right now, the defense and the offense is the best it's going to be. They said they had some tackles, some offensive tackles out today, and Stefanski used that to justify Joe Flacco's lack of performance. Okay, you got a couple of offensive tackles out. Okay, that would have been hard for Shedeur, because he needs his O-line. He needs them. But hopefully, him playing against Miles is giving him something. At the minimum, y'all should be teaching him to get that ball out of his hands. That's all. Do that. I really believe that Shedeur can take this team to the playoffs. And it's not just him. It wouldn't be just him. It's not, because it's not. It's a team effort. They already got this elite defense. They got good running backs. They got tight ends. They got young players. This is the year. This is the year. Unless you start, you find a replacement for Miles who's getting older. This is the year that you need to stop playing. You need to get Flacco off that field so that your offense can be unleashed. And let's see, did he play today? Because Shedeur plays well with Larvadane, Thrash. I don't know about the other ones, Bond, Ford. Bond and Ford, Ford had 4, yeah, he didn't even get any yards out of it. Ford had 4 receptions today, but he only had 10 yards. And that's probably because, well, Shedeur can get the ball down the field. Unlike Flacco, apparently. I believe that they need to play Shedeur, Sanders, and they will make it to the playoffs. What was this, game 3? Okay, so you lost 2. You got 1. Get you a couple more out this gauntlet, man. It's almost over. 1, 2, 3. They had 6. 1, 2, 3. So they got 3 more. Allegedly tough ones. This was a tough one, allegedly. Well, Vikings will be tough. That's one. I don't think Steelers going to be tough. That's part of it. I don't think Steelers going to be tough. They could have put a rookie in the Bengals game, and it would have turned out better than Flacco. They could have put a rookie in this game, but they didn't know. They didn't think about last year Jordan Love. They thought about this year, Micah Parsons, blah, blah, blah. If it was Micah doing it, that's not the quarterback doing it. So if Jordan Love is not delivering on his end of it, it's going to be hard to make it happen, as what happened today. They stunk up the place with Jordan Love. The Browns stunk up the place with Flacco. But luckily, Jerry Jeudy, Not Jerry Judy. I'm sorry, I gotta keep looking at my Judkins. Judkins is him. Judkins is him. This boy missed all the training camp. This boy been practicing for a week and 2 days. And now all that resulted in what happened today. He's him. So now you got your running game. And Samson, you know, he didn't deliver that much. He didn't deliver that much. But he's delivered in other games. So we know that Samson got a little something, something. So there's your run game. And then you know Shedeur been working on running. He got 9 rushing yards in the Panthers game. So we got the running game right there. Run game, good. We got to activate those wide receivers. It's necessary. I know that Shedeur would ignite them. I know he would. Shedeur needs to stay in Cleveland, y'all. We need to stop wishing for a trade for Shedeur. The Browns are ready right now. The Browns need a quarterback right now. And somebody need to talk to whoever need to be spoken to get Shedeur off punishment so that he's not languishing at QB3 when he's the best quarterback that the Browns have. They know it. I don't care what the fans know. They know. And Stefanski, if you on this thing with Dylan Gabriel, you need to let it go. Okay, you made a mistake. You wanted him. You wanted Kenny Pickett. I don't know why you wanted those mid guys. I don't know why. You don't know how to pick them, apparently. But somehow, you wound up with Shedeur. They telling us it's Andrew Berry. We don't know who it was that made the decision that Shedeur would go to the Browns. But somebody did, and now he's here. And y'all got a freaking team. For the first time in a gazillion decades, you could go to the playoffs and really be a threat. I know everybody's like, put Dylan out there so he can hurry up and do his thing, and then we can move on to Shedeur. No, don't even put Dylan out there. Stop playing. Don't even put Dylan out there. Put Shedeur out there. Go to the playoffs. See how far you can go. Maybe next year, with a year under his belt, maybe next year we're going to be looking at the Super Bowl. Ooh, guys, I'm so excited after watching that game. The Browns got something, y'all. Shedeur don't need to be traded. He needs to be QB1. The Browns need to stop playing. This stupid game needs to end. Enough of this nonsense. Y'all done taught him. You got him for $40 million, man. You need to be happy with that $40 million. I know he makes a lot of money in endorsements, and so maybe that's why you're like, that's barely even punishment for him. No, $40 million is good punishment. $10 million a year that he's not getting is great punishment for a son of prime. Because they frugal as hell, bruh. So, I just had to, look, I'm in the middle of moving. I got boxes all over the place. You see, I had to stand up. I'm in the middle of moving, and my closing fell through at the last minute. So right now, I don't even have gas. I had to boil water to take a bath so I can get on here because I was so excited by that Browns game because Shedeur, they got to activate him. The Browns got a team, man. They got a team right now. Please don't blow it. I know y'all love blowing it. That's your favorite thing in the whole wide world, but come on, guys. You need to Haslam. Fight for your team. Stand up to those other owners. Do the right thing. Shedeur needs to be QB1. That's it. I had to check in. Y'all have a good day. Mwah.